What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. If you guys are new to the channel, do me a favor and hit that sub button, hit that notification bell, make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content that we have coming out. And with this video, we are jumping into Savage Spider-Man issue number 1. And we have writer Joe Kelly continuing on the story of Non-Stop Spider-Man. And what happened in that story is we saw an organization known as Immaculatum. And these people, they invented a drug called A+. And this drug has had a very odd effect on a great amount of people. But with Spider-Man being injected with it, they dropped him on a deserted island with the Hydra leader known as Baron Zemo. The thing about this A+ drug is that it had a weird effect on Spider-Man's physiology. Combining with his spider DNA, we see him turn into a beast. We see him turn into Savage Spider-Man. Now, be sure to buy the comics, support the industry, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we dive into this issue, we have Zemo, who is currently on the run, and he is running away from monsters. As he runs through these forests, he quickly realizes that he is Zemo. He is Hydra leader, and he is going to take them on. He is not going to run from them. He is going to face whatever comes. And though this is probably a little cocky, what else can you expect from someone like Zemo? Meanwhile, off in the distance, we have Savage Spider-Man, and with his intelligence severely being stricken from him, he is nothing more than a beast, a savage beast, who is out here preying on whatever he can eat, grabbing up boar and wrapping them up into his web. As he continues to follow this, what appears to be natural instinct, his consciousness can't help but try to make its way in. And with these thoughts, with these emotions, he is trying to figure it all out. It begins to confuse him, and he goes back to the basics. The basics is the hunt, to smell blood, to track it down, and to wrap it up in his webs. That is until one of these monsters comes out of the woodwork and attacks him. And we see Savage Spider-Man jump into high gear, with him dodging, with him evading. He tells himself to be stronger, to survive. These instincts continuously kicking in, driving him forward. And it doesn't take long until Savage Spider-Man has wrapped up this monster, thinking that he has it contained. That is until it breaks free, and we see the arrival of our Hydra leader Zemo. With him coming in, Spider-Man recognizes him, though his intelligence has drastically dropped. He knows who this is, and almost immediately his first thought is to kill him. Going off of these base instincts, not really knowing what is best for him right now, he goes in to kill the Hydra leader. The only problem with that, all of these monsters, they are still attacking him. They are attacking both of them. And so Savage Spider-Man finally getting the sense and understanding that even if he wanted to kill Zemo, they have to kill all of these monsters together before they can do that. With Zemo doing his best to try and get communication, to try to talk to him, to try to make him understand that while they have their differences, they need to work together. The only issue is, Savage Spider-Man, he's lacking almost all intelligence. And so trying to get anything through to him is almost impossible. And the only thing driving him forward is that Zemo is his kill. And with the two of them fighting back to back, Savage Spider-Man starts to get memories, but these don't appear to be his memories. They appear to be the memories of those he is fighting, not really understanding how this is happening or why he is seeing and remembering their memories. But with his low level of intelligence, it's really understandable for him not even to comprehend what is actually going on right now. Meanwhile, we have our organization beginning to divide up the entire world, each of them taking their own continents. Their main goal is population reduction, believing that they are doing this for the greater good. In an attempt to stop global warming, they're gonna kill huge amounts of the population, which is honestly arguably one of the stupidest things that any villain could possibly come up with. because if you really wanted to take care of it, taking down the military-industrial complex would easily wipe out CO2 emissions. And we're not even gonna get into nuclear waste on military bases. But anyway, the island that we have Savage Spider-Man and Zemo on is called the Isle of the Damned. And these guys are planning to use that isle as a kind of timeout space if any of them decide that they want to oppose the greater group. But in the meantime, they are getting ready for their global operation. Now, back on the Isle of the Damned, we have Savage Spider-Man and Zemo doing everything they can to take down these monsters. And as Savage Spider-Man is just tearing through them, this is where he learns something new. He appears to spit out a part of him, attaching it to the face of one of these monsters. And in doing so, we see Savage Spider-Man gain control of that individual. And this is where he quickly learns that they stop fighting. Not only do they stop fighting, they listen. He is in command. He is in control. He is the puppet master. He can now dominate. He is now the alpha on this island. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Now, for those of you that have followed my channel for quite a while, you know I don't really cover too many Spider-Man lines. I feel like the internet is just flooded and flooded and flooded with Spider-Man content. Be it trailers, movies, video games, comic books, whatever it is. But it's always nice to jump into a Spider-Man comic and really see what they got going on. And Joe Kelly, I think he has a unique take on it. It's definitely not a story I would find myself picking up. But now that I have read it, I really am quite interested to see in which direction they are going to take all of this. But I think one of the biggest takeaways from this is how beautiful this comic was. The artwork and the colors were absolutely astonishing. You know, and they even said that the Spider-Man is one of the harder characters to draw and draw correctly. And then mixing it with a beast, you really have to do that right. And I think they hit the nail on the head because Savage Spider-Man just looks absolutely amazing. But yeah, this is gonna have 5 issues, so we'll definitely cover it. We'll close it all out. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your theories. If you have not yet, please do me a favor. Hit that sub button. Hit that notification bell. Make sure you're not missing any of the awesome content we have coming out. And until the next breakdown.